Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another session of live counter review using technical analysis. Thank you for joining in today again. So for today, we'll have the usual US economic calendar and as well as the indices as well as commodities. Then for sector-wise, first, I think I'll be going through the semicon sector since that's the hot topic right now. Then followed by FANG-M, then US banks, then followed by the most upvoted individual counters that you all have raised in the Q&A. So without further ado, let me begin. Today, if you have not known, today US market is closed for holiday. So trading will only begin tomorrow. For tomorrow, Tuesday, the economic event that's going to get the most attention probably will be this conference board consumer confidence that's coming out at 10 p.m. Then on Wednesday, we have a Chicago PMI 9:45 p.m. Jobs job openings, something that the market will be paying attention to at 10 p.m. Then on Thursday, we have ADP non-farm payroll that's coming out at 8:15 p.m. The usual jobless claims at 8:30 p.m. Manufacturing PMI 9:45 p.m. Then also have the usual crude inventories data that's going to be coming out at 11 p.m. Then on Friday, we have probably the most important event of the week. That's going to be the non-farm payrolls as well as the unemployment rate data that's going to be coming out. So that will be at 8:30 p.m. on Friday. Yeah. Okay, I'll move on to the index. Okay, so for Bitcoin, we are currently holding the range over here. We see that the range is still holding up. And then looks like we got some support from the retest of this red color uptrends channel support over here. So with some bullish hammer candles, then yesterday on Sunday, we saw a bullish candle forming. So for now, I think there might be some form of short-term resistance at this resistance zone around 27.6 to about 28.6K over here. Then while support is likely to be this zone over here, I think it's likely to be around 26.5K to about 27.4K over here. Yeah, so likely still in a tight zone for now for Bitcoin, I think. Okay, then moving on to Dow Jones. Dow Jones. Okay, wait. My slides are not in sync. Okay, let me try again. Wait. Okay, hopefully you all can see the screen right now, right? Apologies for the error just now. Okay, so Bitcoin again. So Bitcoin, we are actually finding support along this red color uptrend channel support. Okay, then we actually sort of broke out of this very small range over here, but we are still likely to be trading in the range, given that there were still previous supports that were being broken previously. So for now, resistance is likely still at 27.6K, while to about 28.6K. Then support, I think for now probably be at 27K over here, around there. Yeah. Then moving on to Dow Jones. Dow Jones, we saw a little bit of weakness last week despite the strength in tech. Okay, looks like, but I think for now, it's still okay. We actually breached this swing low around the 32.9K level, but we subsequently recovered back up. So for now, it's still okay. Then when we look at the past, when we look at the chart wise, previous resistance over here around 32.5K to 33K region over here, likely to find support coming in for the Dow, still holding. Okay, then resistance will likely be the top end over here around the 33.5K onwards to about 34K over here. So Dow, we can see still in a range pattern over here. Okay, then moving on to S&P. S&P looks strong. So the price action last week was that upon the retest of 4,002, we had pullback until the midweek. So we retested this level that we broke out from around 4130 to about 4150. Then subsequently after the NVIDIA results, then the market showed strength and we continued to, and we had a rebound over here. So we are currently at 4,002 again. So we see how's the reaction to it, whether we are able to get above 4,002, then we can see the next resistance being tested around close to 4,003, which is the August highs over here. Okay, then for NASDAQ, so NASDAQ obviously will be the strongest. So we had NASDAQ, we had a fresh highs, recent highs being made over here. So the next swing high level to take note will probably be this around 13.1K over here, which was swing high in August. Then the next higher level will probably be around 13.7K, which was the highs in April of last year. Then for NASDAQ, I think we can also look at this uptrend channel over here. So there's probably still some room to go for NASDAQ over here if we do touch the top end of this channel as well as these few swing high levels. Then I'll move on to gold. For gold wise, I think we are currently probably near this uptrend line support over here around this is around 1940. So period 1910 to about 1960 over here, likely to find some support. Since this was a previous highs, and then over here we found some support as well. So I think we probably will be able to bounce from this level. Then resistance wise, I think probably around 2000 onwards to about 2070 for. Okay, then I'll talk about oil. Okay, oil for last week, I think nothing much has changed. We actually really just traded in this range. So unless we can break above this 73.5 to about 74 level convincingly, then I think the next level we can touch is closer to 77. If we continue to find resistance over here, then I think we will probably just continue in a range, the lows being around 70 to 71 over here for now. Okay, then for VIX, we are still in this very long range period over here. So nothing has changed for support and resistance. Upon testing of 20 and above, we are still seeing resistance while support is coming in close to about 15 to 16 over here. Yeah. Then last one I'll talk about is copper. So copper for now looks like we are finding support at this support zone. So which is around 3.5 to about 3.7 over here. So we are recovering. We actually recovered back above this uptrend channel, and then previously over here you can see previous resistance, and as well as these swing lows over here. Then resistance for now, resistance if you do have a bounce move, probably gonna be from 3.8 onwards to about 4 for copper. Okay, so without further ado, I'll move on to the sector that I think everyone is probably interested in right now, which is semicons. So first one, I'll start off with this SOX index. So if it's your first time hearing about this is actually the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index. So it's something like that they came out with this index to actually track the performance of semicon in US. So you can see obviously last week after Wednesday, there was a very powerful move upwards. We actually broke the recent resistance around 3230. So the next question will be how high can this actually go? So you can look at the chart. Previously, the next resistance that we can expect is probably at these levels around close to about 3006 to about 3007. So this was the previous resistance back in January to March of last year, and then it was a previous support back in the November 2021 to about January 2022. So this will be the cluster of resistance that will probably act as a stronger resistance. Then we also have this uptrend channel over here, trading in the uptrend channel. So likely to possibly some more room for the semicons. Yeah, probably 3006 to 3007, then we are likely to see some more resistance coming in. Okay, then if you are interested to trade the ETF, there's actually this iShares Semiconductor ETF, SOXX. So you can see the chart is like exactly the same. So currently this is around close to $490. Then for now, I think the resistance will probably be, we can see around 495, almost to about 500 for now. Yeah. So we also have this uptrend channel also. Then just for info, if you are interested in like the leverage ones, there's also three times shares, so which is XOXL. Then for this, we tested a high around 22 over a swing high around 22. Resistance could be around 24, 24 to 25, which was there's this swing high over here, and there's this wedge resistance over here as well. Yeah. Okay, then I'll move on to some of the other semicon companies, individual companies. So the first one definitely starting off with the leader, which is NVIDIA. So for NVIDIA, for now, I think resistance-wise, we can think definitely we can't tell whether how high can it go. Since that is a new high, we actually just took out the previous high around. This was at around 346. And then we just took it out like that. And then the follow through on candle on Friday is actually quite nice. So we have this indecision type of candle. Then we have this bullish candle that appeared on Friday. So for now, I think probably if you have not entered, I think it's just a wait and see. But if you have, I think for now it still looks pretty strong in this uptrend. Yeah, so it's probably just wait and see now for NVIDIA. Then looking at the other ones would be AMD. For AMD, we actually, after the release of NVIDIA's results, we actually broke above this uptrend channel over here. So the resistance was around 110, which coincided with a swing high in June of last year. Then currently we are at 127. So 127 is this, we actually crossed the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level also, measuring from the all-time highs to the lows in October. So this at 122, we actually crossed it. Then currently we are touching this swing high at 124, which is at the resistance in March of last year. So the next resistance level for for AMD to take note will be, I think, close to about 131 to about 133, which is this there was this previous support in December 2021, then this swing high in February of last year. So this is a horizontal level, take note. Then if it continues the move upwards, the next level probably be 140 wheels. There's also this swing high over here. Yep. So these are just some technical levels to probably look out for if you are looking to trade AMD. Then another one that actually shot up quite a lot after results is Marvell Tech. So Marvell wise, I think before the results, it was actually at this swing high level around 49. And after results, we actually shot up 32%. Actually reached now is currently at 65. So for this upside resistance wise, I think the next one probably be maybe at close to 60, 68 to about 70. Looking at the previous historical data over here we have some sort of resistance and support that's taking place. And then this also coincides with the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level over here. And if you do cross this level, the next resistance over here probably be closer to 75 to 76 for Marvell. Okay, then moving on to TSM. Okay, TSM also very strong. On Thursday onwards, we actually just took out this swing high, which was quite a strong resistance at 97, 98. Then we just powered up. So I think for now, we could be testing a resistance which is quite strong around between 105 to about 108 over here. So there was a swing high over here in March of last year. Then previously, when you can see over here, this was actually a very strong 105 was actually a very strong support level in the past. There was a very big range that took place over here. Then we had a breakdown. So when price does come back to this level, we can expect some form of resistance at these levels to take note. So this is something to take note if you're interested in ESM. Then another one will be Micron. So I think Micron was interesting. It had the negative piece of news, but what happened was that actually it just opened lower, but then it was at this previous resistance and support. Then I said that if this holds, I think it could go up. Then yeah, looks like it held at 65. Then it actually cleared some levels to actually test 75 now. So 75 is actually a resistance level in the past with a swing high over here. So for now, that's something to take note. But if it continues the climb, I think the next level take note will be at 80, which is the next resistance level will probably be at 80, which was the previous support in December 2021. And then over here, it was a resistance back in March last year. Then after 80 will be around 83 to 84, which is this next swing high over here. So these are just some of the levels to take note. Okay, then another one that actually made a new all-time high last week was Broadcom. So that Broadcom also had its own piece of news with the Apple. So what happened was that over here, actually there was it made a new high, then it had a consolidation, and after that it just shot up. Right. So for now, very strong bullish momentum. Likely similar to Nvidia, we're just gonna wait and see how it moves. Given that for now it's very hard to determine like the current support and resistance for Broadcom currently. Yeah. Okay, then last but not least, for AI wise, I think there's also one that I think probably some of you will be looking at, which is C3.ai. So for this, I think this releasing results this Wednesday also. And given that its market is currently interested in AI, I think for now, I think it will be interesting to look at its chart. So for C3, we are trading in this uptrend channel over here. So next resistance wise, I think probably be a retest of these highs close to 34.68. Then this might stretch to about, I think, maybe 36 to 37, which is the channel resistance over here. Yeah. But if it managed to break this channel resistance, right, the horizontal resistance that we can look out for next is around 44 over here, which was the previous support. Yeah. So this is just some of my thoughts on C3. Yeah. So okay, so I think that's what I have for the semicons. Then I'll move on to Fang M. Okay, for Fang M, I'll start off with Meta. Okay, so for Meta, it looks very nice. So we actually tested this uptrend channel resistance around 258 over here. Then the good thing is that we actually cleared this. Looks like we cleared this 247, 248. These highs when it actually gapped down last time in February last year. So if that with this price gap over here, there's actually a liquidity. There's actually like a shortage of liquidity here, which actually price can go up quite fast. So something to know, if we actually manage to close out this gap, we might actually test close to 290, which was this lows last time. Yeah. So there's actually a chance with this bullish candle here. Yeah, price, if it actually continues the bullish momentum, then there's a possibility that price can continue the upwards climb. Okay. And for Amazon, For Amazon, I think it looks good as well. So at first there was some resistance at this channel resistance around 117, but then upon the pullback, looks like a retest of these highs at 114 was supported. Then we had this bullish candle on Friday again. So with that, we actually tested this 121 level, which was a swing high October and last year, which is also a 61.8% retracement level. So at this level, if we do manage to clear, then we can continue to see higher highs being made with probably I think the next horizontal level take note likely be at 126, which is this previous swing low over here. And then also there was a previous swing highs over here as well. Yeah, so but over here, there could be some resistance if these swing highs hold. Yeah, there's something to take note of. But if it breaks, then it will just follow the current bullish momentum upwards for Amazon. Okay, then next one is Apple. So Apple is a very smooth chart, still holding up at this uptrend channel support, then also holding up at this recent lows, which is around, you can see over here, which is around 171 over here. So we are approaching a short-term swing high near 176.3. Okay, so see whether we're able to take that out. Then if we do, then the next swing high is around 178, then followed by the all-time highs, which is around 181 over here. The next one is Netflix. Okay, for Netflix, we actually tested this swing high around 379 on Friday. So there might be some resistance coming in, but there's still a chance that price could trade higher. So if it does, then the next horizontal level to take note will probably be, I think, around 396 based on this swing highs over here. Yeah. That's the next horizontal level of resistance. There's also this uptrend channel is trading in currently. So if we do reach the high end of the channel, probably close to maybe 430 onwards for Netflix. Okay, then for Google, I think we are testing this uptrend channel resistance again. So Google a bit slow last week. We are still like a bit of a range consolidation, but and still it's just consolidating because it had quite a bullish run over here after the consolidation triangle breakout. So we're just holding up over here. If we do break the recent highs around 125, 126, which is also this also a previous support last time. I think the next level of resistance will probably be at 131, which is this. There was a swing high over here in April last year, and then also a swing low in October 2021. Yeah. And last but not least will be Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft. So Microsoft also made a recent high on Friday. So the next resistance level probably be at around, I think, 333 to about 339 over here. So there's a cluster of resistance previously. This was back in 2021, November, December. Yeah, then then afterwards will probably be the all-time highs around 344, 345. Yeah, so this for Microsoft still also carrying on the bullish momentum. Okay, then I think I will talk about the US banks, which I think for now is a bit left in the shadows for now, but it will still be interesting to talk about them. So the first one we first talk about is Bank of America. So Bank of America, I think if you are thinking that tax are currently too high and looking at other sectors for now, looks like I think the US banks for now is still holding up pretty okay. So after there was a breakout of this downtrend resistance line, price is just trading in the range for now. So the support, this short-term resistance is successfully acting as a support over here at the $28 area. So if this holds, I think there's a chance that price could go up to try and retest some resistance around some resistance at 29.5, then followed by these highs at around close to $31 over here for Bank of America. Then other charts will be like Citigroup. So Citigroup is a bit weaker. It looks like it's from this downwards movement is turning into a range over here, a retest of the lows at 44. So for now, we have a bullish candle on Friday. If that holds up, I think we could retest probably 47 over here, which is this like range resistance for Citigroup. Okay, then Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is pretty one of the stronger ones in the pack. So actually it tested the high around 42 over here, which is a swing high. Then it retraced a little bit, but then looks like it might come again. So as long as this level around 40, I think is holding, there's a chance that we could take out this high and then try and make try and go higher, I think. But for Wells Fargo, there could be some resistance if you retest this wedge that it broke down off this line. This line, which is around 43, there might be some resistance over here. Yeah. And last one will be JP Morgan. So JP Morgan looks like we are still holding up in the range for now. So the support is still around 134, 135. Yeah. And resistance will close to about 142 to about 143 over here. So nothing much has changed for JP Morgan. Then talk about the financials ETF XLK. So for the ETF wise, I think what we are seeing for US for the financial sector is currently, I think, a period of consolidation. Possibly this consolidation triangle going on. Support is close to about 31.7 to about 32. Resistance, I think, is about 33 to about 33 over here. So I think some consolidation will still happen for now for the financials. Okay, now I think I'll just look through the chat, see what counters you all have that I haven't gone through yet. I'll just talk about it. Yeah, feel free to actually upvote other attendees counters if you actually want them to be talked about. Okay, I see a question. All the semicon stocks like Nvidia, TSM, AMD, Marvell actually spike up so high, can still enter buy now? I think for now, I would advise against Nvidia and Broadcom. PSM, I think the room looks like it's not much. Since they're currently at 103, I would expect 105 to about 108 to have some resistance as well. Then AMD, we are expecting 132, some resistance, 140. Yeah. Then Marvell with this very bullish candle. If it actually clears 60, 70, it can go 76. Yeah. So for the rest, I think not much room. But if for Marvell, actually, if it follows the horizontal level, there is a chance that it could go up to 76. So that might be another $10, I think, it's possible, but with high prices, it actually means higher risk as well. So my advice is that actually, if you are looking for semicons, if you are more of a conservative trader or investor, I think it's better to wait it out. But then if you're willing to take some risk, I think you can consider maybe Marvel, but do have a stop loss in place. And like when you trade, you take a target over here at the price entry price, and then you make sure there's a decent risk to reward ratio lah. So do remember to place a stop loss also, since the actually price has actually risen up as well. Yeah, so that's my advice. Okay, I see Palantir being mentioned quite a lot. So I'll go through that. So for Palantir, I think pretty strong. Looks like last week I said that there was some resistance at in this level swing high around 1160. Then on Monday there was actually on Tuesday that actually broke through this resistance, so it managed to went higher, and then it broke through another a $13 this swing high as well over here. So for now, looks like it's at another resistance level, which is around 14 to about 15 over here. This will probably be a more significant resistance for Palantir, I believe. Since they actually stayed here for quite some time in the past. In January to about April, the 3 months, it wasn't able to break this resistance last year. So this will be a more significant resistance for Palantir. Yeah. So with that being said, if it does manage to go higher, then I would say that the next resistance will probably be at 17 for Palantir over here. So this was a previous swing low in May 2021. Yeah. So for now, still very bullish momentum. Yeah, definitely could go higher, but we need to see how it shapes up this week. Another one would be Tesla. Okay, so for Tesla, I think currently I'm expecting some resistance at this 195 to about 200 level. So my chart, it looks like a consolidation triangle, this blue color triangle. Then over here, there is some resistance over here previously at this level at around near 200. Then there was swing high at 207, 208 also. So I'm expecting some near-term resistance for Tesla for the time being. Then support lines will currently be around this I think 175 to about 180 this level. You can see, yeah, this is previous support, then managed to short-term resistance managed to overcame it. So if it does a retest over here, I think short-term support will be around this level area also. Okay, talk about Goldman Sachs. Okay, for Goldman, I think if you're looking at the longer term trend, I think it's still holding up this trend line, which actually stretched from the COVID bottom. So there was a few times it tested over here, and recently again, managed to hold up. So for now, I think I'm expecting some sort of rebound in the share price. Short-term resistance at 330 looks like it managed to close above that level on Friday. So if you can continue a bullish momentum, definitely I think some rebound to retest these highs, swing highs around close to about 344, 345 over here for Goldman for the time being. Okay, then Morgan Stanley, I think is trading in a range for now. You can see support. Support is over here around 81 to about 83 zone over here, is still holding up. Then resistance, the top end is over here 89 to 91 over here. So I think given that actually it's like retest over here not too many times, I think it can actually hold up at this level and try to do a bounce for now for Morgan Stanley to continue the range trade. Okay, then I'll talk about Moderna. Moderna, I think for now, looks like the downtrend is still very strong. So I will expect probably a sort of a range trade or the downtrend to actually continue. So reason being, this was the 135 level around here was a previous support. Then upon a retest, we see resistance acting. Then after there was this spike last week, but subsequently it gave up all the gains very quickly. So the resistance over here is still holding up pretty well. So for now, we need to see the swing lows around here, around the 122 to about 123. It must be able to hold here. Then we can see some sort of try to build some sort of range for now. If this level is being broken, then I think there could be a chance we do test this next support level, which is around 116 to about 118 over here. So that's my take on Moderna. And then for Corning Incorporated, Corning Incorporated in this stretch recently is a downwards trending chart. Okay, we have this downtrend channel acting on it as well. But for now, I will expect some short-term, maybe some short-term rebound in the share price. Given that there was recently just retested this swing lows around the $30.70 mark. But there was this candle that actually retested this support over here at around 32.5. And it went back down pretty fast. So for now, I think this swing low support must be able to hold for the share price to try to stage a short-term rebound to test this level again. If not, it might maybe trade lower if this breaks up to try and test this channel support over here. Okay, then for Visa, I think Visa currently there might be some weakness. See that this period it was like range trade. Then MACD you can see that it's getting lower over here at the high. So some momentum is being lost. Then for now, it looks like this swing low around 224 is still holding up. Yeah, so if it's able to hold up these lows over here, it could stage a rebound, but with the low momentum, there could be some resistance at this 229, 230 level, which is like a short-term support over here. Yeah. But if it fails this swing low, then there might be some retest of maybe 217, 218, which is this area of support over here for Visa in the near term. Okay, then for MasterCard is a bit weaker as compared to Visa. Visa, we saw earlier that it was still like in a range pattern, but MasterCard, we just actually dropped off this uptrend channel last week. So for now, it's currently finding some support at this previous resistance 366, 368. Over here, there is stage of bounce, but I think there could be some resistance that's going to be coming in at 380 over here. Since there was a few candles that showed support over here it does retest, likely see some resistance. Yeah, so definitely bearish for Mastercard for now. The lower, if it does make a lower low, then I think the next level of support will probably be around 355 to about 360 over here, which is this swing low as well. And there was a period of resistance over here also. Yeah. Okay, then for GE, I think we are still holding up this very nice uptrend channel over here. So it's been very long. Yeah. Uh but it's still holding up. So for now, this looks like a retest of this resistance at 101, 102. It's backtest previous resistance, still finding support. So with that, we could see that we retest of this, the swing highs around 106 or even higher to continue the uptrend. So let me try to find the next resistance after 106. So when I look at the chart, this was back in 2017. I think 108 to about 111 could be the sort of next resistance to take note over here for GE. Okay. Okay, then some healthcare stuff next. This IHF, iShares US healthcare providers. So the showing a bit of weakness over here. We had a breach of this swing low at 247. So with that, there's a chance that thing could continue the bearish momentum to try and test the swing lows around here, which is 240, 241 for some support. Next one, United Health. Okay, for United Health, currently I would think could be a little bit of a range trading over here, since that we actually closed out this gap over here. Then there was actually a retest of this swing low at 478. Price looks like it's finding some support with the flattening out price action. So there, I think we could see a little bit of rebound to try and test the short-term resistance, which is around 490 to about 500 over here for now in this range over here for United Health. Okay, then for VHT, Vanguard Healthcare ETF, showing some bearish signs. So we weren't able to hold. Okay, there was this retest of this swing low around 240 over here, but subsequently we just breached through it. So definitely bearish momentum for now. But over here at this level at around 234, 240, I think if this previous resistance over here is able to hold, then we might see some short-term bounce coming in again for BHT. If this is able to hold, then the resistance will likely change into this support over here, which is previous support, which is around 240. Yeah. So for now, still downtrend, seeing for more price action to see whether this is able to find some support. Okay, next is Home Depot. And for Home Depot, I think it's continuing its range trade for now. So upon the retest of the lows around 280, we find that there's this indecision, then it's followed up by a bullish candle sort of then sideways afterwards. Shows that the lows is actually supported around 280 over here. So for now, I think it's going to continue from the range trade. Resistance is likely still at 300 over here. So I think nothing probably changes for Home Depot for now. Okay, then for Walmart, Walmart doesn't look very good for now. So at first, last time I think I mentioned that there was a breakout of this downtrend resistance line, but it must be able to hold at these levels at around 148 over here. But looks like we just gave way recently, and then what we did was a retest of this previous resistance around 145 over here. So there might be some short-term bounce over here if this previous resistance is able to hold as support, but I will expect a very strong resistance over here next time around 149 over here, since this was a strong support over here. Yep. So for now, I wouldn't be I will be a little bearish on Walmart for now. Okay, then meanwhile for Costco's chart actually looks better. It looks like this blue color line, this blue color triangle is undergoing some consolidation triangle. I think last time the last time I talked about Costco was saying that we need to see how the next big move after the consolidation is. Looks like we have very bullish candle on Friday. So let's see whether there's actually a follow-through move to try and break out of this triangle over here. If we do take out the highs at 510 over here, then that will be if we do see another nice green candle, then will actually confirm this triangle breakout. Okay. Then the next resistance will probably be close to 528 over here, this swing high for Costco. Okay, there's a question by June. Can I have your view on British Tobacco and Philip Morris? Both seem close to 52-week lows and dividends seems attractive. I haven't looked at their charts before, so let me it's my first time taking a look at them. So okay. Okay, so for British Tobacco, I think there could be some, if you're interested in this stock, I think there could be some opportunities soon as it's reaching the possible downtrend channel support over here, which is around close to about 31.7 over here. Then previously there's also like this swing low supports around 30.3 over here previously. So at this zone, there'll probably be some support zone coming in if you're interested. Yeah. So I think there will be some sort of rebound if we do retest these levels over here. And for Philip Morris, in Philip Morris, I will expect some support soon as well. It's close to this swing low around this was around close to $90 over here. Yeah, and the chart wise, when you look at the big picture, it looks like a very big range bound pattern over here. So if this is able to hold, then I think we probably try to see a rebound over time to test the highs over here close to 100 above. Yeah. But I don't know if this swing low is unable to hold, right? Then there is a chance that we do retest the next swing low at the lower end of the range, which is around close to about 82 over here. There's something to take note of. Okay, next one is this QDEL, which is Quidel Auto Corporation. Okay, at first glance, it looks like a range bound that's taking place for now. So I think that will probably continue for now. See that possibly expect some price to move lower since this stretch is still showing some bearish signs. So I would expect possibly price to continue with some retracement pullback. Try and test 81 these lows over here for some support for now. And for Pfizer, okay, for Pfizer, after we find some support, this downtrend channel support over here, then we had a rebound, but it's expected this previous support at around 40, close to $40, as resistance, and we're finding a bit of pullback again. So for now, we see there's still bearish candles. So for now, we see where the pullback can actually bring us to, yeah, for Pfizer. Okay, then for Occidental, looks like there's some short-term resistance from this downtrend resistance line over here. So 60 some resistance over here. So this was after it bounced off this swing low at around 56. Yeah, so I expect some resistance to act on Oxy for now. Yeah. The next one, there's a question on C Limited. Okay, for C Limited, we're still seeing very bearish action. This was after breakdown of this rising wedge. So for now, we can see the bearish move is still very strong over here. For now, the next support we're gonna test is this 58 swing lows over here. Okay. Then if it doesn't hold, then I think we might get closer to about 51 over here for C. So let's see how it goes. Still no support inside for C. Okay, then GE Healthcare. GE Healthcare, it's been a while since I took a look at this chart. From an uptrend, it currently looks like a breakdown. Not enough momentum to sustain it. Looks like it's changing to a bit more of a range bound pattern. So I think that will probably continue. There was around the $75 mark. This was a previous horizontal strong range support over here. Then we did a retest and bounce. So for now, I think this will still hold as support. Resistance will still hold at 80 to about 82, 83 over here. So I would expect this range action to actually continue. Okay, then for Raytheon, I will expect some short-term support coming in since that is retested near the lows at 91 to 93, this support zone, previous swing lows around here. So if that happens, let's see. If that happens, then some resistance to be expected around 95 to 96, which is this consolidation region over here. There was a previous swing low supports recently for Raytheon. Okay, then for Carrier Global still in a range over here. Recently, there was a retest, $40. This support still holding. Then we have bounce, and we are coming back to test the low again. So if this swing low holds, then we can still trade the range for now for Carrier Global. But I think for this stock is showing a little bit of weakness over time since that overs in this region we started to trend downwards, right? From this upwards movement to the current downwards movement. See that the high is actually getting lower. So that's actually like a warning sign, or even though we can see that starting to test the supports a little bit more. Yeah. So there is a chance that if the support doesn't hold, then we could be testing lower supports, which is around $38 over here. Okay, so for PepsiCo currently, I think we broke down of an uptrend pattern last Monday, this uptrend channel. Then we are seeing the this level that C185 looks like it can't hold. So the next support will probably be around 180 over here. But looks like a trend reversal that's taking place already over here. So for now, short term, bullish bearish momentum is still strong. We need to see some sort of sideways price action to see buyers start to come back into the stock for now. Yeah. The next one is this Ferrari. So for Ferrari, very is in an uptrend over here. Looks like a possible rising wedge pattern. So with that, currently is it hit some resistance at close to 300 over here, then start to pull back a little bit. So I will expect for now I expect this upward trend to continue, but for now possibly some pullback could take place. Could sort of try to retest some of this resistance, try to find some support. So for now, if it does come back to maybe 200, close to 280, I would think that there could be some support for since it was a previous resistance. And then we also have this trend line support over here supporting it as well. Okay, then for Hermes International, also uptrend over here for now. You see this uptrend over here looks like it touched this channel support over here around 200, close to 200. So I will expect some form of rebound to continue. But there's a short-term support that was being broken at 213 over here. There could be some resistance around these levels to take note. Yeah, but momentum-wise, when you look at the big picture in this uptrend, MECD still showing around the same levels or higher, so there's still good momentum coming into the stock if I look at the long run picture. Okay, then Charles Schwab. Okay, Charles Schwab, I think it's a bit of a a bit of a range that has been going on. There was a retest of lows close to 45, 46. Price rebounded. So I expect some, and then it looks like there was a break above this downtrend channel over here. So I will expect price to try to go upwards for now. Maybe retest some resistance between 56 to about $60. This significant swing high over here where price was unable to break through. Okay, then for next one is CME Group. Okay, CME group thing looks like it's a very range bound pattern. Likely to find support from about 174 to about 178 over here. But something to take note, I see that there's actually like a fresh lower low being made. So over here in this stretch, you can see higher lows, higher low, higher low. But okay, there was this lower low being made over here already. Then we could make this lower low to try and retest 174, around 174 this level for some support before it could see some form of rebound. Yeah, since it's in a very stretch for now. The next one is market access. Market access over here, previous so is we tested a previous resistance around 280 to 285. See whether there's some bullish candle try to come back in for it. But there's still no bullish divergence in sight for this. But there could be some crossover for there is bullish divergence on MECD. Higher low being formed. We see whether there's a positive crossover to come. That could indicate some support coming in at this upon the retest of this previous resistance zone over here. Then the short term, if we do see a short term bounce, then I would think that coupled with a break of this downtrend resistance line, right, then I would think that it could retest some this resistance about 300 over here, where we see some sideways price action previously. Okay, then for CrowdStrike looks pretty good. But now we had a break of this downtrend resistance line, and recently we also break through this swing high at 138. So for now, I think the next key resistance will probably be at this 168. If we continue on the bullish momentum, there was a swing high over here at previous support over here, strong support that was being broken down. Yeah, so let's see how it goes, still trending up pretty nicely. There's also earnings coming up for this stock this week to take note. Okay, then ELF Beauty, there was after the results. Okay, before results, there was a short-term break of this uptrend support line over here, but it went to retest the lows at 87. Then after results, it just went upwards to make a new high, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's a new high. So for that price, the resistance wise, it could go higher, but for support wise, if it does see some more pullback, for now, the 96 level over here would likely to see some support, which was the previous resistance, coupled with this uptrend support line also. Okay, then for Lumina Tech, I think for now is range, bottoming range over here. You can see over here, it would be good if price can stay above 640. This resistance, if price is able to, for now looks like price is able to make a higher low over here. If it's able to stand firm, it could go higher to do a short-term rebound and try to close out this gap over here, which is some resistance probably got come in around the close to high 7 to about $8 over here. And next, Vista Energy. Vista Energy uptrend over here, but price currently seeing some short-term sideways consolidation. So I think that might actually continue for now. Then looks like there's also like this uptrend support line that's holding in like also. Yeah. So for now, I think price will just sideways, finding support close to $20, but resistance about 22 to 23 over here. Yes, a question by Stella. Could you tell me how to do the pop-up, the symbol search box to search the stocks? Pop-up. I think for pop-up, if you're using TradingView, you just click on this symbol search. This is the top left corner. Then once you just click onto it, then it will pop up for this symbol search over here. Yeah. Hope that helps you. Okay, let me just, there's still quite a lot of counters in the chat that I think I might not be able to finish. So I just see again some of the some repeated counters that I see. Okay, I see Teva. Okay, for Teva Pharmaceuticals currently looks like a bit bearish. This swing low around 770 gave way, and we actually filled this gap over here at 720. So if this holds as a support, we could see a little bit of a bounce to retest this close to 8 for some resistance. Yeah. Since this is a support level to for Teva. Okay, then okay, then I'll talk about this ANSS, NCS Inc. Okay, price action wise looks good at this uptrend with a broadening pattern. Then also upon the retest of previous resistance of 294, we are seeing support every time over here as well. So price, I think we could see some of sort of a rebound in price also, given that it actually break through this downtrend resistance line. I would expect price maybe can retest this short-term swing highs around 325 to about 335 for now for NCs Inc. Okay. BABA, this one. For BABA, currently we are retesting this $80 horizontal support again, but do note there could be some support coming in to do a bounce again, but do note that previously looks like we are seeing lower highs 105, then we only had a high of about 91 over here. So for now, if we have this trend actually continues, we might see some rebound to maybe about 85 to 88, which is these horizontal levels. Then there's also this downtrend resistance line that also acting on it for Alibaba over here. Yeah. Okay, then for JD we retested this support around 33, these lows over here. So it must be able to hold. It must be able to hold for some rebound. I expect resistance at close to 36 to 37 over here. Okay, yeah. Then I think for Hong Kong stocks, I think I found something that's quite useful to share also, which is we know that there's a VIX for US stocks, but recently I found there's a VIX for Hang Seng Index as well. So this is called VHSI. So similar to how the VIX works is that when it hits the lows, we will expect some volatility to come into the Hong Kong stocks. So recently we see the weakness in Hong Kong is because we had this retest of this trendline support, as well as this a retest of the recent swing horizontal lows around 22 over here. So we're seeing the Hong Kong VIX rise a little bit. So that's why we're seeing a little bit of weakness. For now, if we respect this resistance at 26, then we could see a little bit of respite coming back for the Hong Kong related stocks. Okay, next one is Fastly. Okay, so for Fastly, I would think that for now it's doing like a rebound. Since that we are finding some support after retesting this previous resistance at around $13 price going back up. Then there could be some short-term resistance at this previous support, $15. But if you do clear, then I think there's a chance that it goes back to test 17, around 17, which is this swing highs over here for Fast. Yeah, then we could be seeing a little bit of a range trade in this stretch over here. Okay, then Twilio. Okay, Twilio, there's a breakout of this downtrend resistance line. Currently we are actually retesting back this previous strong support, which is around the $60 to $62 mark. So I expect possibly some range, some consolidation to take place for now, or some resistance. If it does hold up, then we could continue to see the uptrend continue to test the next higher highs, which is around 65 to 67 over here. Okay. Next one, GILD, Gilead Sciences. Gilead wise, I think we could see some support coming in, which is this downtrend channel support, which is around $76. Also a retest of the recent lows over here. So if that holds up, I think price could see some sort of rebound for the near term, could retest $79, $80 this swing high over here. Then followed by 81 to about 82 over here for Gilead Sciences. Okay, NXPI, which is this NXP Semiconductors. Okay, for NXP, we see is a range pattern there, but if you're a little bit more bullish about it, there's a possible inverse head and shoulders pattern taking place. Over here. Now, if you can see it with the neckline resistance being at around 193. So for now, there's a recent breakout of this downtrend, short-term downtrend resistance line. So I think we could possibly see a continuation of recent momentum to try and retest this short-term swing highs around 184 to about 193 over here. Yeah, so let's see how it goes for this NXPI. Okay. Sorry, I take one more question. Total energies. Okay, total energies, I think over here in this stretch, we are likely to see some sort of range trade going on. So the highs was made 64, lows is around the 56 level. Then there's a intermediate level is down close to 60. So if this price has sort of sideways for a while, if this is able to hold, then we could see some rebound. But if this doesn't hold, then I would think that we go down to test the lows of this range around the 56 over here. Yeah, so that's my take on total energies. Okay, sorry, I'm unable to answer all of your questions due to time constraints. Yeah, let me just share the link for the chat in the. Let me just share the link for you all to post questions. Okay, so I posted in the chat. You all can fill up the survey form to leave any feedback about today's session. How you all want me to, some sectors that you all want me to include next time other than FANG, US Bank, Semicons. You all can leave your comments. As we seen, there's quite a lot of questions posted in by you all, which I actually appreciate since that you all are actually attending my webinar. But due to time constraints, you all can feel free to post your questions in the technical analysis community chat, which is in the Poems 3 app. If you haven't, so you can download the app. Then you can post your questions in there. So anytime of the week you have any question or TA, I'll once I read your questions, then I'll go and look at the charts and answer your questions. So that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night tonight. Since there's no trading for US, I think y'all can have an early rest. Then yeah, y'all can have a good rest tonight. So no market. Good luck to y'all and have a good long weekend ahead. So the next live counter review session will be on. Let me check. It will be on 19 June. So the next 2 weeks, we are unable because of reservists. So the next session will be like 3 weeks later. So thank you all. Have a good night and stay safe trading. Yeah. Bye bye.